Hello and welcome. We have some kind of breaking news. The most favorite topic on this channel for most of my viewers. We have some news about Nord Stream. The fingers are now pointing towards Ukraine. According to this German news article, which then I think is referenced by the New York Times, it basically says that the German authorities have more or less reconstructed the way the attack on Nord Stream happened. A yacht was chartered by a Polish company that is owned by two Ukrainians. On board, 5 people got on board, or 6 people, divers, assistant to divers, a doctor, and they started at Rostock in Germany, were cruising in the area, were planting the bombs, and when they returned the yacht back home, they didn't clean it, and the investigators have found residue of explosives on board. What is important, though, is what the New York Times here writes, that, and that's the same in the German article, there are no indications that the Ukrainian government was somewhat involved at this. At least as of now, there is no proof that either the President Zelensky, nor one of his top lieutenants, nor anyone with official position in the Ukrainian government ordered this thing to happen. And the German article says specifically that false flag operations are still quite possible. So what we do more or less know now, so at least according to the wording in this German article, it seems to be more than a theory by now. There seems to be actual proof, at least to a certain degree. That would say that the former theories, either that one by Alexander Oliver, maybe the one by Seymour Hersh, all of them seem increasingly to be less likely. Also, the theory that convinced me the most in September or October, where I made a video on this channel, that the Russians might have actually done it. Less and less of those seem to be less and less convincing. Now it's pointing towards Ukraine, but the important thing is it's still possible that it was a false flag operation because the passports were professionally forged that were used, so that indicates some government involvement there, and there is no proof yet that the Ukrainian government was involved. Important though, Ian Bremmer from the Eurasia Institute, already after the publishing of Seymour Hersh's story, said that the story from Seymour Hersh sounds like complete nonsense, but according to him, it's kind of weird that if Russia is supposed to do it, that there is no proof whatsoever, nothing shown for it, for that theory after this long of a time. He then theorized that Ukraine could be the reasonable person to have the reasonable side that could have done the blowing up of the Nord Stream, for the simple reason that they are far less risk averse, that they are far more willing to take risks in the situation where they are right now. Basically, they are in a fight for their life, and for them, blowing up critical infrastructure is far less something to consider of than for any other nation, as they feel like they are in a fight for their life. For them, obviously, blowing up Nord Stream might help in weakening Russia, and b, making sure Germany is not switching sides in some kind of very cold winter in some because of pressure of blackmailing by Russia. That at least would kind of fit. But as said, so from the wording I see, I have not seen any evidence, obviously, but from the wording I see from journalists that are usually worth their salt, that would indicate that we have more than a theory here now, but that increasingly there's evidence pointing towards specific persons, a specific boat, a specific circumstance, even though, and they at least point towards Ukraine, even though there is no evidence yet that Ukraine's government actually ordered it. It might have been false flags, somebody wanting to accuse Ukraine. It might have been a wealthy individual deciding to help Ukraine. It could theoretically have been the Russians to blow up their pipeline and wanting to frame the Ukrainians for it. That would theoretically be possible too. Or it could have been the Ukrainian government. But as of now, the evidence who did it is actually not in existence, but the signs point at least in the direction of Ukraine. That's it from me for now. Not that much more, but a new culprit, a new suspect is now officially entering the ring, and he seems to be the favorite of the crowd as of now. So we are going to observe the developments, how it's going to turn out. I hope that you enjoyed this short video. Tomorrow there's going to be the next situation report about the war in Ukraine. If you don't want to miss it, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. This channel is only possible because of the support from viewers like you. If you like to support, you can do so by the means in the description. Thank you very much to everyone already supporting the channel. If you like this, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. Do you think Ukraine's government might have done it? Do you think somebody else could have done it? Which theory convinces you the most, or does this convince you of the current story? I'll link the 2 articles in the response to the pinned comment so you can read it for yourself. That's it from me for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back.